Hello, fellow weebs. I really didn't want to do this to you. You know, while exposing you to the world of light novel was so that you could achieve the Super Saiyan form of weeb, this is not the Beyond the God Summit that you are expecting. This thing is worse than porn addiction. So like the Dalal I am, let me first introduce you to where to read this accursed thing that have possibly ruined my life. So first of all, I know we all weebs just love the Japanese stuff. The anime, the manga, the aesthetics, the women, the kinks, the JAV. We all love the stuff coming out of the Nippon des. We are desperate for it. We want them fast. So if you want to consume Japanese media faster than the others, Webnovels is probably the way to go through. Let me first refresh the food chain in your mind. At last, there is anime that comes after the manga. The manga comes after the light novel, and in some cases, the light novel comes after the web novel. Yes, the web novel in some cases is the holy ground after which all the rest of the media is made from. For example, Re:Zero, Arifureta, or even The Eminence in the Shadow. All these Japanese series have the raw web novel version that is first released over any other thing. And if you want to consume such series, then you are actually better off searching for the separate sites dedicated to this single series. Like, you can read the Re:Zero web novel at whichculttranslation.com. All you have to do is, if you want to consume a series at its very source material, is to search up the name of the series with the words web novel version attached to it. Now, let's move on from the beta Japanese series to the web novels from across the world. You know, web novels like Shadow Slave, Lord of the Mysteries, Reverend Insanity, or my new favorite series, Super Supportive. You can find these type of novels at many websites. There is readlightnovel.com, Royal Roads, Light Novel Pub, or novelhulk.com. See, now here is the territory that you have to be beware of, cause in search of treasure here, you might get your eyes raped. You know, there are some really gold web novel here that are being written by brilliant underrated writers. But there are also stuff here that makes you wanna do unspeakable things to the person who wrote 1,000 chapters of Cancer. So now let me impart my years of wisdom to you people on the art of picking up a good web novel. See, the secret to finding a good web novel is to, just be a bit racist. I'm not saying that you should be racist, but it would really help you in picking out a good web novel. Trust me. Cause at the end of the day, it all comes down to the personal preference. All these Chinese, Korean or Western web novels all have a distinct different taste to them. And if you are experienced like me, from the very basic summary, you can not only figure out which country the author is from, but the exact plot points and character progressions it's gonna hit. Like, if you wanna see the character develop into an emotionless hunk, the Korean novels is the way to go. Seriously, it doesn't matter how goofy or silly the character starts off. At the end of the day, most of them end up being highly capable daddy hyungs with no personality. And if you like to see Harry Potter in any possible fantasy situations, you can just go find any author with a white ass name. But some of these Western novels are actually good, like The Mother of Learning, Perfect Run, Super Supportive, like I mentioned before. And now, if you like something that's never ending, you should pick out Chinese web novels. Honestly, I have a love-hate relationship with the Chinese web novels, cause I think most of the cancer comes from right here. Like, just the most dog shit novels with repeated plot lines and somehow very racist undertones comes from right here. But it occasionally does surprise me with some very good novels. And of course, if you are someone who likes cultivation novels, Chinese pretty much have a monopoly in them. And another thing that is the crux of the matter in finding good web novels is, if you don't like how it starts off, leave it. Alright, it doesn't matter if it's rated highly on the website, or even if the people in the comments are saying, oh, it's so good. It doesn't matter. People who are reading web novels have an accumulative negative IQ. So to not waste your time, just trust your preference and go along with it. Don't judge a web novel by its rating, but by its author's race. And here are some final web novels that I want to recommend. First is Super Supportive, which I have already mentioned twice. The Re:Zero web novels is also great, and it does cover some parts that the light novel and anime doesn't. Beyond that, there is The Little Prince in the Ossuary, The Wandering Inn, The Worm, and The Second Coming of Gluttony. And if you have some great web novel recommendation of your own, do help a brother out and comment it down below.